我想要逃离那无所不在的控制。我讨厌这个太过正确的世界，我讨厌大家都做一样的事情，一个口令，一个动作，这样的世界好无聊。但是他们都说，这样的制度可以让我们走向和平。哦，是吗？总有一天，你也会麻木于我的反抗。
接下来是由朝晨带来的短讲。Big Brother is watching you. Ideology and censorship in dystopian novels. We and 1984.
Good afternoon. I'm Shannon Xu. I know most of you are dying to take a break, but I promise you this is going to be smooth and entertaining. I got a question for you. Please answer me after looking at the image I'm going to show you. This, apparently, is a house made of glass. I would like to know how many of you would be horrified if you were forced to live in a house like this. Please raise up your hand. Okay, thank you. I saw many hands. I would feel the same way as you do, because everybody can know what you're doing by really looking at your house, whether you're watching TV like this woman, or even worse, taking a shower. This is crazy and dreadful to all of us, but this is what really happens in the story of one of the books I'm going to talk about today. The purpose of this research is to explore the connection between the author's backgrounds and the plots in their novels. Why did both of them focus on portraying the dark side of the society but the bright side? Is there anything they share in common? If so, what are they? These questions motivated me to dig into the world of dystopian literature. Now, let's journey to the mysterious dystopia. To make sure you enjoy it as much as I do, just simply check out these common features of dystopian literature. They will appear later in the discussion in terms of their application. Now, let's move on to the main part of my research. We is written during the period of Russian Revolution and considered to be the precursor of dystopian literature. The totalitarianism and formalism portrayed in it are classics. Let me tell you the story. Everything happens in the one state, a country inside the unbreakable green wall. People of the one state are called ciphers. Ciphers all follow the table which tells them what to do every day. If they don't follow it, wait to be arrested and punished by the secret police. Since all ciphers live in transparent houses, as I've just introduced just a few seconds ago, it is easy to find who wants to rebel. Everybody is constantly visible. There is no privacy at all. And I gotta mention this cute little pink ticket, which looks like an amusement park one. Would you like to guess what this ticket is for? Please raise your hand. Anybody? Actually, I can't see you. Okay, never mind. I'll tell you the answer directly. This ticket is actually for sex. If you want to have sex with someone, you have to apply for this ticket in advance. If the governments agree, you'll get the ticket. Don't you think that's too ridiculous? They don't even have the right to decide whom to spend their nights with. Yes, I know that's ridiculous. And all these crazy rules are created by the benefactor who dominates the one state and punishes anyone being disobedient to him. By saying punishment, I mean brainwashing. The benefactor conducts the operation to make ideal ciphers who believe in his self-defined happiness. Since all ciphers live in transparent houses like this, the benefactor can censor everyone effortlessly through his secret police. Both ideology and censorship have been flawlessly achieved. This is unbelievable to all of us, though being exaggerated. These are what Zamyatin really experienced. Yevgeny Zamyatin used to engage in Russian Revolution very earnestly as a member of Bolshevik Party. He was arrested in 1905 and thus exiled to Poland. After escaping and returning to Russia, he began to illustrate the cruelty and blindness of contemporary Russian governments through novels. The other book I did research on was George Orwell's 1984. The cult of personality and total ideology control portrayed in this book have made it a masterpiece. The story happens in Oceania, a country governed by the party. The party controls everything inside this country, including people's memories, thoughts, and behaviors. The party throws everything they don't want their people to know into the memory hole to make it disappear from not only the world, but also people's memories. Besides, the party also censors their people through a machine called telescreen. One of the most famous quotes comes from its subtitle, "Big Brother is watching you." That's pretty awful. And as for the book, which seemed to be created by someone against the party, gives people who hate Big Brother a little hope. But at the end of the story, the author implied that the book was actually created by the party itself. They used it to find potential traitors, inspire them to rebel, and finally crush them. That's how they work. As for Big Brother, he is absolutely a symbol of cult of personality. Pursuing absolute obedience, he is the only highest leader of Oceania. He orders history and truth to make himself always right and destroys everything endangering his power. The Ministry of Love conducts strict punishment on who deny Big Brother. I can't see you, but does anybody want to guess what they use for punishment? Okay, that's embarrassing. I can see you again. Whatever. Okay. They use fear for punishment. When you lose your mental ability and intention, it's easy to defeat your will and make you obey Big Brother. What's even worse, they also control your ideology through language. Newspeak is a fictional language in the story. For example, the word good in Newspeak is ungood. What did I say? The word bad in Newspeak is ungood. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. By saying ungood, people will no longer know what bad actually is, so they can't criticize Big Brother anymore. Just as Zamyatin experienced terrible things, so did Orwell. What motivated him to create 1984 happened during the Spanish Civil War. Orwell took part in this war, which made Spain a fascist country eventually. He and his wife were considered to be the advocates of Trotsky, who was against Stalin. Thus, they were chased by Stalin's soldiers very seriously. Ignoring their privacy, Stalin's soldiers checked out everything in their room. Even arriving in Barcelona safely, Orwell and his wife were still being chased by Stalin's soldiers. What Stalin has done to Orwell made him resist totalitarianism. He used the plots to imply the reality and to tell the world how ugly and cruel Stalin and his totalitarian government are. So, what do we and 1984 share in common? The first one is domination. The benefactor and Big Brother are the absolute leaders of their countries, respectively. They use special methods to control their people's behaviors and thoughts. As for people who being disobedient to them, just punish them. The benefactor makes you an ideal cipher for him, while Big Brother drains your souls and crushes your spirit. They use every way they can think of to wipe out anyone being disobedient to them. What did Zamyatin and Orwell create in 1984 and we? They used the plots to imply the reality and to reveal their hatred and dissatisfaction for totalitarian governments. You can find everything written in their stories being similar to those what really happened during their generation. But they didn't just write these two books to relieve their anger. They warned us if the future world will become as scary and inhuman as once portrayed in their books. If we don't want the plots of dystopian literature to become true, what effort should we make them? I think Orwell and Zamyatin have left several good questions for us to think over. If I have inspired you to figure out the answers to these questions, it would be my greatest pleasure. If you'd like to know more about dystopian literature or my research, just scan this QR code. This is our destination. of the journey to dystopia. Thank you for listening.